Okay, so I don't assume that anybody's ever watched any of my other videos, and so this is what is racist, right? This is my public service announcements for everybody to try to help people understand what is racist, who is a racist, right? And so then three basic rules. So here are the three basic rules. Did they use a hate word? Or racial stereotype, right? It's like that'll help classify something as racist. Um, is what they said dismissive? Is it limiting, or does it dehumanize an entire group of people, right? And then also the last one is, can you link what was said or what was done to patterns of discrimination in our society, right? And so those are our three things. And so then let's give the case. The case is Damon Wayans Jr. Player. He said something during on 4th of July. What he did is he tweeted out the following: Happy white people proud of their racist ancestor day. That's what he said. And then when he got called on this, it's like a lot of people, they got really pissed off about this one. And then he later on he tweeted out, and I quote, a joke some people took too personally. So what? Jokes aren't illegal. Okay. So what does this mean? Is this racist? Is this offensive? Where does this fit into all of this stuff? Okay. So go through the rules. Did he use anything racially derogatory or any stereotypes? I would say no, because it's white people. That yes, he's talking about a group of people. He's talking about white people. To say that his ancestors, the white people's ancestors, were racist in the United States, I hate to say it quite like this, but with all due respect, that's just a statement of fact. It was just, that is exactly what racism is, to think that there are people who are less than you. Now, is that all white people? Of course not. There were abolitionists out there and stuff like that. I completely get that. But this is not too far of a stretch. Some people can put this in the racist category. I wouldn't be too upset about that on that one, or yes or no on that one, but I'm leaning towards no. Okay. The second criteria: does this limit, dismiss, or dehumanize an entire group of people? Now, I think that a lot of white people would argue that for white people to be called racist is to dehumanize them. And so then, and I'm willing to entertain that, to entertain that thought. However, like I said, there comes the idea of that as a society, we've all been socialized into racism. We've all been socialized to be racist, and to be white supremacist, if you would. And so, I think that to say that white people are being racist is just too specific. I think all of us, to whatever degree, are socialized to be racist, and that is just what it is. It's like that's what our society teaches us. And look at some of my other videos to figure out why I say that. But this last one, can you link what was said or what was done to systematically demonstrable patterns of discrimination? And this is where I would argue that the racist comment falls flat. Right? As that linking white people to any racist actions doesn't really, with all due respect, it doesn't really have any social consequences connected to that. You might get blasted on Twitter for saying something stupid, but after you apologize, if you do a sincere apology, then honestly, it's pretty much over with. And so, is there any job discrimination that happens because of this? Is there any extended prison times that happen because of this? Is there are you less likely to get a bank loan as a result of this? I would argue no in all of these cases. And so therefore, that last criteria, even though you might check off on the first two, that last criteria is going to be really hard. Now, does that mean that it's not offensive? I'm not saying it's not offensive at all. Honestly, I think it was offensive as hell. I sure as heck wouldn't have said that. But look, Damon Wayans Jr., he's got a right. He's got freedom of speech just like everybody else do. And so he's right. It's not illegal. Was it offensive? I would argue hell yes. But was it illegal? Obviously not. And so then, because, in that last part, is he racist? Well, if what he said wasn't racist, is at least according to me, then he can't be a racist for saying that, right? Because he sure as hell didn't offer an apology. And I guess, because that last part is like, what? It was a joke. It's not illegal, whatever. It's like, that's not an apology, player. If you want to apologize, apologize. If not, just or well, if you want to try to be funny, I'm just gonna say you should probably try a different approach on that one. Maybe like your brothers or your uncles in regards to white chicks, you might want to go that route versus just all in all straight up just blasting white folks on the 4th of July nonetheless. Not a good look, player. That's all I got to say about that.